we were talking a bit before about the building in the novel, and I wanted to ask you more about this building, because this building is kind of the center of the novel, isn't it? It's like the stage where all the characters come into action. And in a way, it merges with the city of Luanda, isn't it? It can be also a depiction of the whole city. I think this book has these very interesting levels where you see the micro and the macro, as I said before. So this building can be the whole city. And I wanted to hear more about this building. Also, how did it come to your mind to depict, you know, the characters, to put all the characters in this building? And
again, for us, it's a regular building. Actually, I think sometimes people think it's the most poor building in Luanda. No, that's the most normal building of Luanda. Then you would have better buildings and worse buildings, but that's a regular building with no lift, people cooking in the hallways. That's a regular, totally a regular building. So middle class, yes, but mixed with all these people. And it was based actually in this building where Odonato used to live, which I didn't know that well. So I had in my mind that building that I showed to the Portuguese TV, but inside I was working with other buildings that I know, because they are similar in terms of what it is, a building in Luanda. And yes, I think it works. Actually, one of the publishers told me, why don't we stay just with this building? Forget the minister, forget this, forget that. And I said, sir, if you have another book to write, you write it. Now, not rebook my book, because, you know, he was joking, but I understand what he means. Look, the building was enough, of course, but that was not the book. The book was about this building and the surroundings. So I think I was trying to do my part of talking a little bit about Luanda. I mean, I had been doing that with different projects, with different decades. So this was Quantas Madrugadas Tem a Noite and Transparent City are the ones who are not during the 80s or the 90s or nothing. It's something else. It's another world. And I was very sad and disappointed with everything, with Luanda, with, you know, that I think in a way I tried to put it not so negative, not so melancholic, but I was not in the mood to write a funny book. But, you know, characters come and they know what they're doing, which is okay for me. It's also nice to see, you know, all that effort. That church, for example, the idea of that church, my father once came and told me, I saw, because we're always collecting names, phrases, sentences. My mother does this collection of how many versions of Kawasaki she meets in Luanda. So there is Kawasaki, Kiviziki, Kevezeki, Kafasoki. So, you know, and he came, my father, home and said, I saw this beautiful church, you're gonna love it. And I said, what's the name of the church? A Igreja do Pãozinho Queimado. Igreja do Pãozinho Queimado. So pãozinho, bread, no? Like tiny bread. Queimado, burnt. So, you know, the pãozinho, I got the idea, church, bread, but why burnt? Why burnt? You see, so that's why, you know, I didn't want to do the exact same thing. So I did this church of, I don't know what, qual é o nome da igreja? Ah, do Cabritinho, you know, the little what? Is it a goat or
little lamb or
lamb?
Yeah.
So it's, but you know, what I wanted to do actually was to do my part, my tiny part, and that was very, very conscious. Like Luandino did his part, like I think Pepetela did his part. I mean, I'm talking here about Luanda. They wrote about other things. Pepetela also writes about Benguela. Manuel Rui also writes about Wambo. But the way Manuel Rui pictured Luanda and the way Manuel Rui, Boaventura Cardoso, Pepetela, Manuel Rui, Boaventura, and of course, Luandino, and even Rui Duarte Carvalho in the documentaries and some of his poems, I just wanted to do that. You know, I'm thinking I have a piece of this puzzle. I think you haven't seen it, and you know, I'm waiting for them to comment. They did not comment. So only Paula Tavares.